GCSE Maths higher tier and even AS level maths, okay, solving a quadratic inequality in this video lesson. So as to solve the inequality, guys, x squared is greater than 4 brackets 8 minus x. So step one, guys, make the quadratic in the format of ax squared plus bx plus c is less than or greater than 0, okay? So first step is I'm going to expand the brackets on the right hand side to remove the brackets. We're going to do 4 times 8. So copy down here the x squared here. So x squared is greater than 4 times 8, which obviously makes 32. Then we have 4 times minus x, guys, makes minus 4x or negative 4x. I'm now going to rearrange the quadratic so it's in this format. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides of my inequality to balance it respectively, and I'm also going to subtract 32 as well from both sides. So when I do that, guys, what do I get? I get x squared on the left hand side plus 4x minus 32, okay, is greater than 0. I've got a quadratic which I can now obviously solve, okay, by factorizing, completing the square or the quadratic formula. Okay, I'm going to try and obviously factorize it just because that's the easiest, okay, and the quickest. So to make x squared, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to put an x and an x here. X times x makes x squared, guys. Two numbers that add to make plus 4 or positive 4. And the same two numbers here that multiply or times to make minus 32 or negative 32. That'll be plus 8 and minus 4 or minus 4 plus 8. Okay, so now I can work out my x-intercepts by setting each bracket equal to 0. When I set the first bracket equal to 0, we get x equal minus 8 for our first solution, or x equals positive 4 or plus 4 from the second bracket. Okay, I'm now going to do a quick sketch of the quadratic. Okay, oh, that was pretty poor, I apologize. Okay, so we're going to have minus 8 or negative 8 and 4. Now we want to know, guys, this is the key point. Remember here, okay, the key takeaway from the video. When is the quadratic graph or curve or parabola, when is it above the x-axis? When it's above it, okay, in this region here, which obviously goes on forever and ever and ever. And also in this region here, right? That is when the quadratic graph or curve is above the x-axis, right? So you're happy with that, okay? So when it's greater than 0, that is when it's above the x-axis, okay? So above the x-axis, obviously less than 0, it'll be below the x-axis, okay? So yeah, so you're always looking at the x-axis, okay? When you're looking at quadratic inequalities. Okay, that means that x is less than minus 8 or x is greater than 4. And they will be your two solutions to the quadratic inequality that satisfies x squared being greater than 4 brackets 8 minus x brackets closed, or x squared plus 4x minus 32 being greater than 0. Okay, and that is solving a quadratic inequality. Thank you.